What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, funny story. Today's video that I was going to shoot was actually supposed to be painting a set of custom valve covers for the car. Nothing too wild and crazy, more subdued custom than anything, but my dumbass didn't realize that these are Romeo motors, not Windsor motors, and I ordered a set off of eBay that I thought was a killer deal. Didn't pay attention to that it was the Windsor valve cover bolt pattern, which has an extra little goofy tab on the passenger side on the back. So yeah, there's that. Those are already back in the mail being returned to who I bought them from, and I had to go spend some money on some new Ford OEM Ford valve covers. You'll see in the video that I post on some of the trials and tribulations that I had at the local pick and pull with that too. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today is installing a cheap catch can system. This is just another eBay special. Just trying to clean up the underneath the hood a little bit. As you can see, when I went to the 2005 Plus intake system, I of course lost the IAC port on the intake, and so what's the PVC port on the intake then became the IAC port. So that's what's supposed to be the PVC port right there. And what I did was I just vented the PVC and the breather on the other side valve cover with vents to atmosphere. As you can see pretty clearly here, these are supposed to be blue, and they are not blue because they are soaked in oil. Let's see if I can get in there. You guys can see. So yeah, those are absolutely soaked in oil, which all these modular motors do. 2-valve, 4-valve, whatever. That's why they have this system that feeds it back in the intake. The idea is that it's supposed to burn it off in the intake, but that any car guy knows that's really not all that great for keeping your intake clean and all that. So I vented them to atmosphere with breathers. That's not quite working. At least it's, I mean, you can see the grime on the top of the valve covers just from the grease and stuff that's escaped the filters on top there. So what I did is I picked up just a simple catch can system here. It's definitely Chinese. It says oil catch can right on it. Definitely Chinese. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But it's a pretty decent little kit, and I'll put a link to it in the description. So it comes with your basic fittings here, depending on what size hoses you're going to run. Comes with a length of hose. Comes with a mounting bracket and a little bit of hardware. It's universal, so there's no real right or wrong way to mount it. It also comes with this little black filter. I don't know if I'm going to run that blue guy there to kind of match some of the other stuff under the car, under the hood there, if I'm going to run this black guy. I'm thinking the blue guy. They say apparently you're supposed to put the steel wool in the bottom of the can here to catch more oil. I don't know what that's about, whatever. And then it comes with a little bit of thread tape. So obviously just a little bit of thread tape on the end of the threads here whenever you put them in the can. And and there that goes. I'm gonna have to dig that out. Wonderful. So there's not a whole lot of locations under the hood here. As you can tell, it's pretty crammed in there. I don't want to mount anything or screw anything to the wheel wells here because this is just a single layer of plastic. And if you look underneath here, you can actually see where these tabs show through on the underside. So I don't want to screw into that and have the pointed end of a screw facing my tire, especially on autocross course, hard cornering. You know, you can't really tell from the inside or wherever how much your tire is getting sucked up into the wheel well whenever you're cornering like that. So the best thing I found is this little bracket here. I already took this bolt out, and I have to take this off to get whatever this particular connection is. It's got a clip on the back side of that needs to be pulled off. You can't just get to it from this side, of course. You've got to pull the whole thing off. Anyway, figure if I take these, I squish them right down in there, and right over here, it's going to be a perfect spot for that catch can. At least that's the theory anyway. Now, if you look, that catch can is designed, they have instructions to where you can run your hose back out into your intake. So if you are 2005 and up and you still have the factory intake with the PVC port, and that's how you're set up, or you're 2004 and down and you have the factory intake tube that has the PVC port and your IAC port, and you don't want to vent your catch can to atmosphere, on the outside here, you just take that and you run that back to your intake. I obviously already don't have a sealed system on the car. I'm vented to atmosphere as is. So that's going to go right there. I'm going to use one of these two sizes of T's, depending on what's going to work. Just Dorman parts from O'Reilly's. And then we're going to get that. I'm going to do a T right here. And I believe that side here is going to end up going over to the driver's side, and this side I'm going to run to the passenger side. So, all right, here we go. We'll see how this works. Alright, well, we sort of partially got it installed, but I've run out of PVC hose, and I need to run to O'Reilly's to go get some more. I think what I'm going to do with this, just to clean it up a little bit, so that PVC comes up to, or that PVC valve comes up to about there. So I'm probably going to cut this off about here and run a plastic T, which I have some, and bring the line over here like this, rather than this loop-de-loop thing that I got going on right here. Also need some band clamps. The ones that come with the kit are not quite big enough, and I think I'm going to fabricate a little bit better tube there also. So off to O'Reilly's for some more parts. Alright, so after running all over town, finally ended up in Napa, and Napa sells, well, they have rolls of the PVC hose, heater hose, and whatever else that you need. I probably should have just gone there first rather than buying it by the foot in little packages at O'Reilly's, but hey, whatever, you live and you learn. So what I did here at the vent on this side is, of course, I did my little piece out. I did my 90 to kind of clean things, I don't know, make it a little bit cleaner. I ran that up and over and underneath. I'll probably get in here and tuck this a little bit more, but then I need to trim it. That'll be it. That'll be it. I'll need to trim that there and stick that in there. But this eBay catch can system for like $35, and now I won't be putting oil all over my valve covers anymore. You can see it. I mean, it was guarantee blowing it out under hard acceleration. You see down in there, that's not water. You know, my intake's not leaking. That's that's oil that's sitting down in there. So yeah, that's not good. that was one of the things that motivated me to buy this catch can system rather than just running the breathers on the top of the valve covers, was the fact that I was starting to notice the oil coming out, and the fact that the filters themselves that I had been running were saturated. So yeah, that's a problem. And this is an easy fix. So if you're in a situation where you need to, you know, adjust your PVC system, not PCV, positive crankcase valve, your PCV system to adjust for a newer intake style on something 2004 and down, this catch can system is a pretty simple fix. I like it. You know, it's not professional installation, but it's on there good. The bottom of this unscrews whenever it's time to dump the oil out of there, and it even comes with this nifty little dipstick that tells you, I mean, you look to see how much oil is on there to see if you need to dump it or not. But there you have it. Stay tuned for the video on the custom valve covers. Sorry I wasn't able to get that done. That's my own screw up. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. We are now over 500 subscribers. That is positively awesome. And hey, if we hit 1,000 with enough watch hours, I think I can monetize the channel as well. And if we can, well then, hey, any couple of pennies or dollars or whatever YouTube's going to pay me for their ad revenue, that's just going to go right back into the vehicles to help make content. So anyway, thank you again, guys. Have a great day.